Hello and welcome to this week's LOL Esports Top 25 Power Rankings, where I go over my top 25 teams in LOL Esports. Who would have thought? On the board, if you're new here, that is the Discord Top 25 Power Rankings. 9 people participated. So we'll go over those as we go over my top 25. Out of those 9 people, based on region support, when you join my Discord, you can assign yourself roles depending on what regions you are biased towards. 3 1/3 of the 9 voters, LPL fans, 3 LCK, 1 1/3 LEC, 1 LCS, and 1/3 minor region. So 9, we've had up to 14 people participate. If you'd like to participate, there will be a thread on the Discord started at some point today. Keep in mind, these are after today's LCK and LPL games as well. The teams that didn't make the top 25 from the Discord but did receive votes, going from most points to least: FPX, BDS, Team Liquid, XL, DRX, Breon, and DFM. All those teams at least got 1 vote. Some got multiple, but did not get enough points to end up in the top 25. Now, to start my top 25, we're going to go over a couple minor region teams. Keep in mind, I do not watch minor regions play. Leading up to Worlds, I'll watch a few of the playoff games just to get an idea of what these players are like. But a lot of this is based off of past international success for minor regions, in addition to just how they're doing overall, like what teams are actually doing well in their domestically, because in the end, the top few teams from each region go to Worlds. So to hypothesize how the 11th place LPL team or 6th place LEC team goes against the second PCS team, that's never been done before, right? It is a pure hypothesis. So DFM are new to the top 25 once more. They are returning, I guess. Beat Team V3 Esports had to forfeit against Crest Gaming Act. I think there's some COVID or something going on with them because Utapon played top lane this week. I don't know what their deal is. Obviously, DFM are a team that we know very well. It is possible that they just benched Toltu for Utapon. I mean, and moved Utapon up there and play Milan at 80 carry. So weird things going on there. 24th PSG Talon, they drop a spot. 5-1. Beat Dewish team and Hell Pigs. Both of those teams are awful. Hell Pigs owner is like 35 years old and he's playing in the jungle. Like those teams are very bad. Lost to Beyond Gaming. We look at their 6 games thus far though, and they're 5-1. A good team. Just Maple and mid lane now. PSG obviously are going to be a threat when push comes to shove. If they go international, I did read, or on the Discord, somebody mentioned that 2 PCS teams may be entered into the play-in stage, which I think is fair now that the LCO is part of the PCS. That LCO seed going to the PCS does make sense. I think that they are worthy of it. Yeah. 23rd XL, they have not played, so LEC didn't play this past week, so we're just going to kind of skip over that. 23rd, Beyond Gaming, moving up 3 spots from 25th. They're 5-1, beat PSG, which is a real team. Lost to CFO. We saw them at Worlds this past year, and beat Impunity. So Beyond Gaming, 5-1, solid team. A team that you have to respect when you see them internationally. They have been there before. They have done it and been competitive at times. 21st, Golden Guardians, moving up 1 spot. They're 8-4. We're gonna go over the LCS teams kind of all at once here. So Golden Guardians +1, 8-4. Beat C9, beat FlyQuest, lost to TSM. That loss is ugly, but they beat C9. FlyQuest are a tire fire. But beating C9 is a big deal, right? But then they lose to TSM. Get a coin out. The LCS is all coin flip in a bad way. It's ugly. I'm not too happy about it. It's kind of like pick which teams you think are going to get hot or have the potential. Maybe they have the best like outright players mechanically to make the difference. I mean, that's all I could really think of. EG 20th, down 2 spots. Beat Dig, beat 100 Thieves. Both of those teams not very good. Lost to NRG, a team that I would consider in that group. So that is what it is. EG, Unforgiven, and Jojo Pune are the 2 players I really like to watch. Armeo is doing better than expected. Revenge is just kind of doing his thing weak side. EG's success is indicative of how bad the LCS is right now. We also have to keep in mind they did go on strike before the split. Not a lot of scrim time going into it. And people might say, oh, well, but that was a while ago. And it's like, yeah, but you never catch up on that lost time. Team Heretics 19th. They didn't move at all, and they didn't play. So what's there to really say? And then 2 more LCS teams. We have TL moving up 2 spots. And C9 dropping 4. So, TL 7-5. Beat Immortals, 100 Thieves, lost to NRG. Similar situation to the EG deal. Not huge. Not a huge fan. Cloud9, 9-3, dropping 4 spots. Beat Dignitas, beat Immortals. Lost to Golden Guardians. Cloud9 have some serious bot lane issues. I think the bot lane's been bad for a few weeks now. Very bad. And it needs to be fixed because Berserker is the best player on the team. So if he's not, making things happen, if he's not being impactful, that team is in trouble. It needs to step up. It really does. Team Liquid have made a roster move this past week. They added APA in mid lane in place of Harry, and they've done well. APA hasn't died yet between 2 games. Is APA a dominant laner? No, but he evidently is doing solid with the team. They beat Immortals, who suck, and 100 Thieves are a team that, they're TL are not super good compared to 100 Thieves, right? So that's a competitive game. However, in the grand scheme of things, they're in this column. C9 and TL play today. That could go either way. It's a real disaster. 16th are Fnatic. And the thing is with Fnatic, I have them above, this whole time I've been putting C9 and G2 a few spots away from each other. But Fnatic's bot lane is just playing way better than Cloud9's. Simple as that. It's as simple as that. Noah is so much more reliable than Berserker lately. So even though they didn't play last week, it's a damned if you play, damned if you don't situation. And Cloud9, dropped because of it, and Fnatic benefit. 15th, EDG dropping 3 spots. Oh, by the way, Discord, 17th through 25th, it was the Kwangdong Freaks, EG, Ninja in Pajamas, RNG, Golden Guardians, Team Heretics, Mad Lions, Thunder Talk, PSG. A lot more LPL representation from the Discord than myself. I, different hypothesis on what the 12th place LPL team might do against the 3rd place LCS team or 3rd place LEC team. It's all hypotheticals. 15th, though, EDG, down 3 spots, beat LGD, beat FPX, lost to Thunder Talk. A 3-0 would have kept them where they needed to be, but they lost to Thunder Talk. Thunder Talk had a good week. Now that their split's pretty much over, they're, stepping up. You would like EDG to play more consistently. Ale in top lane has not, he had one good series, I think, 14-6-14 in one. But outside of that, for the last couple weeks, I feel like he's left a little bit to be desired. Fofo is extremely inconsistent. Uzi and Mako continue to get better, but EDG are limited, in my opinion. They are the DRX of 2023, though. If you want a team to go on a run and an old ADC to win Worlds, and probably EDG are that team. 14th, dropping 9 spots, T1. And I'll be honest with you, I don't know how far to drop them, and I don't think anybody does, because they looked like shit this past week against DRX and Gen G. Without Faker, this team is a disaster. I think what is coming through here now, though, and a lot of people didn't like Faker. A lot of people, hate on him because he hasn't won in the last few years, but everyone considers him the GOAT. Sorry, you can't take away, what he's done. Without him, this team that went to MSI, that had a great record in spring, was doing fine in summer. Had they fallen to the second best team? Yes, but everybody was pretty much, it was KT, T1, back and forth. Maybe KT did overtake him a bit towards, right. Who knows how long Faker's been hurt, too, Without Faker, this team is a disaster. And it just shows how valuable Faker was this team, even more so than even I thought. And I think it'd be really ignorant not to notice that. When a player is out of a team and the team just absolutely goes off the rails, that shows how important that player was. And how, the other players in the big moment when they need to step up, Zeus, Guma, where are you? Losing to DRX is not acceptable. DRX are a tire fire as well. Losing to Gen G is expected. I had Gen G winning that, whether Faker played, whether Bangy wasn't fired. Resigned, fired, resigned. I think, honestly, he has such a repertoire with T1. T1 could have went to him and said, hey, we're going to toss you. So if you want to do a resignation so you can keep some of your dignity, you go right ahead. I think that is an angle. So T1 are falling apart. And I think it's clear that Faker was more important to that team than a lot of people want to give them credit for. OMG, 13th, dropping 3 spots. This team is flipping tails a bit lately. Beat Ultra Prime. Good for you. Ultra Prime stinks. Lost to Top Esports. That is what it is. But also lost to Thunder Talk. That's not okay. Shanji is not playing very well. Cream, not really either. Honestly, OMG, just all of their players are just inting all at once. And that is the problem with OMG. They are Weibo, pretty much, in terms of you've got really talented players and you just simply do not show up on the day sometimes. And that's how OMG are right now. So, they're 13th for me. 12th, Team Wii. Team Wii, 7-7, up 5 spots, beat Weibo, beat Rare Atom, lost to RNG, lost to JDG. 4 series in 7 days is a lot. Well, 8 days, I guess, it could be 9 days on my, if I think about it. 4 series in 9 days. Beating Weibo, though, that's a big deal. Weibo are a good team. Beating Rare Atom. Rare Atom, no slouch, but at the same time, Rare Atom are worse than Team Wii. Losing to RNG, that's around them. We're going to get into that in a second. Spoiler. Losing to JDG, that's okay. I didn't expect Team Wii to beat JDG. But the manner in which that series went, not looking good for JDG, and Team Wii looking a lot better than expected. They come out of there losing 2-0, but being competitive, that's a big deal. 11th, RNG. They're also 7-7, moving up 4 spots. Beat Team Wii, lost to NIP. That's not great. But NIP are also 7-7, and they're in the next couple teams out of here. They're grading out negatively, so right now, actually, I'm taking all the teams that are grading out positively, throwing them in the top 25, and going from there. 7-7. Like I said, beat Wii, lost to NIP. Lost to BLG today. It is what it is. RNG inting a little bit. Inconsistent, but a lot of name value there. Breathe, Wei, LP, Lamau. Tangwan playing better than expected. These LPL teams here, these 4 LPL teams, very close. It depends. All 4 of them have pluses. All 4 of them have, things that you scream, oh, that's a drawback, 10th, 10th, HLE. They're 6-4, moving up 4 spots. Beat Nongshim, beat KDF. KDF dropped out of my top 25 because they swapped supports. They've been losing a couple series in a row against the teams that were right above them in the standings, outside of T1, which T1 are now a disaster. There is a diffy there right now between those upper teams and the lower teams in the LCK. I think that's become evident this past week. So that's why KDF dropped out for me and DFM joined. Obviously, HLE, good players, right? They have 3 former world champions. Life, and Grizzly doesn't look bad. Grizzly has looked fine, which I am pleasantly surprised about. I wasn't, a big advocate for Grizzly, but at the same time, he kind of had to play because Clid has his issues. So, yeah. That's the deal there. 9th, Best Western team. Best Western, Hotel, G2. They didn't play, but G2, have all 5 of their players playing from spring, which is different than all these teams except this one. They just, I just think that I'm more confident in them showing up on a given day than the teams below them. Compared to the Discord, 9th through 16th, the Discord had G2, OMG, HLE, T1, Team Wii, EDG, Fnatic, Cloud9, so similar teams, just a different order. 8th place, D+, moving up 1 spot, they're 7-4. They have went 3-0 since the last time I did power rankings. Beat KDF, beat DRX last week, and beat them handily. Solid series out of DRX. D+, as Showmaker is really, really doing well lately. They have swapped out, despite winning, they swapped out supports today. They played Bible instead of Kellen. Kellen has played really well in spring, but summer, the meta has swapped over to Engage, and he's not quite done it. Bible is the CK Challenger shot caller at support, and they're like 20-2 or something over the split. D+, and I said this a few months ago, I said this last year, I think maybe even a couple times last year, D+, Damwon, D+ Kia, however their name is at the time, their prospect pool is stacked, and CK is stacked. Top lane, Thanatos, probably the best top lane and prospect in the world. Jungle, Lucid, best jungle prospect in the world. AD carry, Rahel, probably best AD carry prospect in the world right now. They have 3 of the best. So, D+ can do whatever they want. 7-4, solid. 7th, moving up 1 spot, Weibo. And the thing is, Weibo beat Ultra Prime Anyone's Legend. Those are 2 wins I expect. Losing to Team Wii is not good. And normally, I would drop them a bit. But the problem is, there's so much uncertainty with these teams. D+ swapping out supports. T1 struggling. We go down a list. So, they're not going to fall because when push comes to shove, in the end, I have more confidence in Weibo showing up on that day, which is pretty crazy to think. Then Team Wii, even though Team Wii did beat them, that's one of those 5 out of 5 times I expect Weibo to win 3 or 4. 6th, Top Esports. 11-4, beat Ultra Prime, beat OMG, lost to BLG. You don't want to lose to BLG, but that happened. A little bit of a separation there between the top couple teams and the next few teams in the LPL. But beat OMG, which caused separation here. You're seeing the LPL really break down into tiers. You have JDG and BLG. Then you have LNG top Weibo, which, spoiler. And then the next 4 of RNG, Team Wii, OMG, EDG, then people say Nip, Thunder, Nip is the only team not in the, that's in the playoffs that I don't have on here, I don't think. Maybe another one. Fifth, LNG went 3-0 this past week. Actually, only one of two teams in the LPL to do that on the board. They beat Anyone's Legend, LGD, Thunder Talk. So they were the team that got past the Thunder Talk monster, pretty much. LNG looking fine. Scout showing up. Similar to D+, really, in the way that you think about this team. Truly. LNG and D+ are very similar. Strong mid-jungle duo with Tarzan Scout for LNG. Top laner Zika is better than Kana. But bot lane, I would, Gala and Hung still are working on things. D+, obviously, a little bit more of issues in bot lane, but you get my drift. It's the jungle mid-duo that is making both of those teams go. Ninth, KT. So KT went 2-0 this past week. They played Breon both times, beat them 2-0 both times. So just don't fall asleep. You beat Breon. Third, Gen G, 10-0. Sandbox, T1, Nongshim. T1 and all three of those wins should be easy for them. They're expected. KT and D+ are their competition now. So I can't wait till KT plays them again. See if right now I probably would pick KT in that one. So that'll be real interesting. Second, BLG. And then first, JDG. The Discord had JDG, BLG, KT, Gen G, LNG, Top, D+, Weibo. So same teams, different order. Despite JDG losing to IG, BLG can't beat them, so I don't know what to do about that. BLG are playing better with Top Esports, Nip, and RNG, but JDG also could be just taking their foot off the gas. They could have had bad tacos that day. Maybe they, if you're eating tacos in Shanghai, I could see there maybe you got bad tacos. Who knows? BLG beat Top, Nip, RNG. JDG beat FPX Team We, lost to IG. That's how I have it right now. Everybody on the Discord still picked JDG as the first seed, and I think it's for the same reasons. BLG are playing better, but can they get over the hump? Who knows? That's the deal. Thank you for watching this video. If you liked it, like it. Subscribe to the channel for daily League of Legends content. Follow me on Twitter, join the Discord, become a YouTube supporter, and I hope to see you again tomorrow.